We're outside of Red River and 8th, outside of Stubbs for the Big Pet Todd and the Monster Show. And we have guests coming by. Monse is going to be in the Happy Hour Lounge in about an hour or so. And we have a guy by the name of Johnny Reb. He's the host of a reality show called Sabers and Roses. And they're looking to do a casting call. How are you, man? Oh, you wore the official hat here.
All right, put it right up to your mouth.
We need a microphone level on him.
We're not hearing him.
We're not hearing him at all. Hang on one second.
This is very interesting. I was just asking
how are you? Good to
him
meet you.
about this show. It's a reality show. I guess he said it's like Survivor, but in the Civil War, like
62. Oh, there we go.
1862 Survivor.
All right. So you get eliminated by getting hit with a cannonball then?
Yeah,
or how does that?
Well,
we have cannon play, we have horses, we have ladies in Victorian underwear and guns and Confederate flags.
That's not how it was. Get out of here.
You weren't, were you there?
Everybody died at 19. There was no penicillin. There was leeches. And I don't mean your religions.
She wasn't there.
I know all
about it. She has no idea. So you're having a casting call?
So we're doing a casting call. We're here at South by Southwest, of course, and we are holding actually 3 casting calls. One's tonight at the place is called Maggie Mae's, and tomorrow night at the Copper Tank, and Sunday night at Sidekicks. And so we're going to be shooting in Texas this summer.
Production company's out of Maryland.
Yes.
Why a Civil War thing? I mean, I like the idea the Survivor meets Civil War. Where did the Civil War thing come from?
Well, I bought a historic mansion in Maryland that was built 250 years ago. That was Jeb Stuart's headquarters right before the Battle of Antietam, and that's the inspiration for the show. That's where we shot it. We shot an actual historic site.
All right, what stuff about that time period do we not know that you know? Because I bet you know a lot of things about life back then that...
Well, what's interesting about that period is, first of all, it's an entire subculture devoted to it of fashion, music, art, reenactments. There was a reenactment done in Fresno, California last fall that drew 40,000 people that I heard.
Now,
I mean, in California, I mean, that's kind of phenomenal.
Now, with the Cold Mountain movie coming out and it being so popular, the music and everything, you know, them going on tour and Alison Krauss and all that stuff, you think the timing is perfect here?
Yeah, I think the timing is right. I like to think we have a perfect storm here. Of course, I've been working on it for 5 years, so.
But you know, again, you can have a great idea and it would not take unless the timing was right. And I think the timing does appear to be perfect here.
There's definitely a fascination with the Civil War, no question about it. And the fact that it's, you know, I like to think it's a higher level of intelligence in terms of the reality show. Yes, we do some of the formulaic stuff, but there's an emphasis on American history here, kind of unknown history of the Civil War. The women and the men both related to, I mean, you're really going back in time, so it's kind of a back-in-time concept that people really relate to.
One thing that my father told me about the Civil War after seeing Cold Mountain twice, I loved it. He said most of the people died from infection because, of course, there was no penicillin back then, I guess, and if you got hit with a bullet or you had to have an amputation or whatever, you died from the infection rather than all the battles in that war. And how long did it go on?
That was really the big, 1861 to 65. It was really the beginning of modern medicine. That's when they really started to develop and figured out, hey, you know, you don't wipe the bloody knife on your pants and then go.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
Is that so wrong?
It's a bad thing.
I spit on it.
So this is a family circulating around the Civil War, or is it battle reenactments, or what kind of?
It's not really a reenactment. It's really a mainstream reality show, kind of what we call historical entertainment. But what's interesting is that people actually get to leave the 21st century behind and go back 140 years.
All right, first thing I gotta ask, what did they eat? What am I gonna eat?
We don't do worm eating. So,
that's fine with me. You're not going to get a protest out of me.
What's interesting is that the women were really
women folk to you.
The women
Let's be
folk.
politically correct.
The ladies.
We are women folk, thank you.
Yeah, and they were really challenged just by the simple act of getting dressed back then. It's quite an ordeal with the corsets and the layers of clothing and everything. Yes, it's very time consuming and very much an emphasis on etiquette and. What's really phenomenal about the Civil War is that, first of all, you're coming up on the 140th anniversary of the end of the Civil War next year, in April 2005. And Time Life just announced that they're making a completely original Civil War country album with Randy Travis and some other folks. So
It's a big, it's all the rage.
pretty amazing.